Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm down here. I got the camera a little bit more focused for the food because I'm going to do it right here so you can see. And then I'll bring you out to the grill where I'm going to be smoking and stuff. And we're expecting snow today, so it's supposed to start snowing now and into Sunday. So if that happens, you know what that means. So I can get some videos with the CRV and have some fun, hopefully, if there's enough. But I'm going to start off. And I really do this. This isn't just because I'm sponsored by them, but I am going to give them a shout out because I really haven't done enough with them lately. And in 2021, after this year going through physical therapy and everything, I'm really going to get back on track with my health and my fitness. I slowly have been, but it's going to be a big focus next year. If everything goes well and I don't end up getting injured again, let's cross our fingers. So what I'm using right here is this is basically to get your greens all in one, and it's just the Rebalance from FNX greens, the super greens. And honestly, this stuff is really good. It is pretty damn simple. It gives you everything. You can go check out on their website if you want to know all the technical sides of it. But I've had great results with it, and honestly, I kind of stopped on taking it. And I can tell you my immune system, and I just felt a little bit shittier after not taking it a while. When I was taking this every day, I actually did notice a difference where I actually started to feel a little bit better. I felt like my immune system was a little bit better. My nose didn't get as clogged so much. I didn't feel like snotty and stuff on shitty days. And yeah, just all around a better thing. So I am going to start taking it again. And if you're skeptical, you don't gotta believe me. Check it out. Check out other people's, or just watch the channel over time, and you'll probably see a difference over time with their products and the things I go through here. Once again, check them out. Say I'll get it in there. It's Rebalance Super Greens, and I'm gonna be drinking this while I do this. It looks disgusting, I know, but it actually isn't that bad. So, first, what you're gonna want to do is wash your hands, which I did right before I started this video. Let me get a swig of this. Oh, that's not bad. It tastes damn close to like when I juice drink like apples and celery and kale and all that shit. I know that sounds crazy, but when you do it all together as a juice on a fresh juicer, it's not that bad. So, what you're gonna want to get, and forgive me if you guys are measurement guys. Let me move the camera up here a little bit. If you're measurement people, I am part Italian. My grandmother came from Italy and is full-blooded. And I grew up in a very heavily Italian family. And that's not Italian, it's pronounced Italian. You don't go to Italy. So that drives me nuts. But anyways, yeah, so measurements are not a thing. I mean, we do go by them, I guess you'd say, in brand new recipes, but it's more so by eyesight. So I'm not going to put on here the exact measurements. I'm going to show you what I use. You guys can, try it, check it out, see what it is you like. I'm not a professional cook. This is just for fun, something to do. My wife will be on the channel with me and do some, other things. If I end up doing this a lot, just like with the gaming channel, I will probably start like a sub channel. I'm gonna figure out how to do that where it goes to the other one, so that way you guys for the CRVs stuff for Honda, it's all here, and then the other stuff for fun. You know what I mean? So what you want to start with is you want to get at least a pound of Italian sausage to me, but to some people it's called hot Italian sausage. So you want to get a pound of that, and you're gonna mix that in with the burger. So if you have any Italian people in your family, or I mean even some other other cultures do this, but it's definitely a big thing with the Italians, is you'll do meatballs this way too. So I do my burgers this way. You're going to want to have 2 pounds of beef. So there's 1 pound. There's another pound, probably a little bit over. That one was a little bit big. I store it in the freezer. So bear with me, I'm going to go wash my hands, and I'll be right back. So, some of you guys might be like, why'd you just wash your hands when you're going to be pushing all the meat together? Well, here's why, because I got to crack an egg open. You can also use breadcrumbs. I use an egg. It seems to hold the meat together a little bit better, especially when you're mixing the two meats. I just use one for 3 pounds of meat. And I'm going to be touching the seasoning bottles too, so I don't want to mess with all that right now, or get my hands on all that right now. So you just gotta crack the egg open. Oh, I cracked it a little bit too hard. It's this plastic bowl. Usually I use a glass bowl over here, but most of it got in there, so just a little bit went over the side, so we're good. Let me wipe that up. Boom. It looks like 2 or 3 drops got right here. And no shell one in there, so hey, that kind of all worked out even though it was a mess. Alright, give me a second here. I'm gonna wash my hands on that again too, because I don't need raw egg on the bottles and left on the counter. By the way, these are CRV Toms, or the Martin family Meat Mountains. So that's what we call them, the Meat Mountains. In fact, normally we used to make these things bigger. You guys are going to see them now and slow cook them, and it's a lot of fun. And the other thing I forgot is if you use my name, CRV, I think it's all caps, try CRV Tom all caps, or try CRV _Tom. If you're interested in any of the supplements through FNX, and you will get a discount. I think you get 10% off, if I can remember. I gotta check that out more, because I gotta stock back up. Okay, so let's go towards the food now. Enough of my ugly face here. You're gonna see the food. So, all right. So of course, I use the Himalayan salt, just because cholesterol and stuff like that, and blood pressure, I had issues with that for a while, so I use the Himalayan salt. Probably better to use no salt, but who does that? So, put a good amount of salt in there. I mean, not a ridiculous amount to where you're gonna, kill yourself. And then, of course, pepper. I grind the pepper here with this. This has got the grinder in it. Use what you got, but definitely put some pepper in there. Even if you're not a big fan of these seasonings, I'm telling you guys, when they're all mixed, I don't know how many people I've had, friends and family, come over and be like, oh, I'm not going to try that, I'm not going to try that. And then, bam, they try it, and they're like, oh my God, this is one of the best burgers I've ever had. Or I've done it with vodka pasta and different things. I'll show you guys recipes on those too, because a lot of people usually come over for the food, and we have a good time with that. So, you'll want to put a little bit of paprika in there. And you might see me add a little bit more after the fact, after I mix everything, look at it. So you're going to want a little bit of cayenne pepper. Now I add Red Hot in there, or whatever hot sauce you like. So I don't do too heavy in the cayenne pepper powder, because I'm also putting in Red Hot hot sauce too. Definitely, especially if you have Italian, garlic. Garlic is a must. So throw some garlic powder in there. I like a good amount, because I like garlic. Just some onion powder. So whatever you got, again. Alright, and then I put Worcestershire sauce in there. I'm a big fan of it. Mix it all in there. Some Frank's Red Hot. And we like a lot of hot sauce in this family, so there's usually a lot in there. If not, we put even some more on there. And then some Proper 12. So Conor McGregor's whiskey works pretty good, but whatever whiskey you like. I'm into a lot of different ones, but this one seems to do really well with cooking with the beef and giving it a little bit of extra flavor. So basically, like 2 shots, I would say, go in there. Then you can use what you want. I know a lot of people don't like blue cheese. I'm a blue cheese guy. I really enjoy blue cheese. This is something that is like the, what would I say, the secret ingredient. You're going to want to put this in there. If not, use some kind of cheese you may not like, or you might like. I mean, I have other burger recipes I'm going to do that are a big hit. But this one, I've had tons of people go, oh, I don't like blue cheese, I don't like blue cheese. And the next thing you know, I put this in there, and they love it. And sometimes, especially if we have barbecues, we wouldn't even tell them. As long as we found out they weren't allergic to blue cheese, somehow we trick them into that. And then we wouldn't even tell them. And then they would love these burgers. They would be like, oh my God, this is delicious. And then we'd be like, there's blue cheese in it after they'd eat. It was hilarious. But, all right, so we get some plates out. Put the eggs away. There we go. Probably going to need 2 plates. So, you're going to take it after you throw everything in there. And you're just going to mix all your beef and cheese and everything together. Get the egg worked in. Some of the meat still a little frozen. So that kind of sucks, but it's just a little bit. I can break it apart by hand, squish it. We were busy watching the fights earlier today, which, by the way, were good. Khabib Nurmagomedov retired. If you guys are into it and watch that, that was kind of a sad moment. But, you know, without his father, I guess he decided to be done. But yeah, it was good cards either way. We ended up watching that. So I actually forgot to pull the meat out a little bit earlier. So you just really work this in. Add a little bit more seasoning. You feel need to be more in there. I feel this time the seasoning looks really good. Damn, that's cold. But you really want to mix it in there good where you're not seeing any of just the normal colored beef. You want it all mixed in there really good. So I may actually need to add a little bit more seasoning as I'm looking at some pieces that are looking just plain. So give me a minute to wash my hands here. Second. And I'm not editing these videos, by the way. This is going to be just shot in real time. I'm not going to go through it. I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning, just a tad bit, to get some of this more covered. And then going to get the patties made. We go through a lot of paper towels in this house. All right. So it's got enough salt, but I'm gonna throw in a little bit of more pepper in there. A little bit more paprika. Not gonna put any more cayenne powder in there. Don't really need it right now. A little bit more garlic. And like I said, guys, you use what you want and what you think on here. My style of burgers, it's heavy on the seasoning. It is. It's heavy, but it's blended very evenly. And everybody that's tried it has really enjoyed it. So it's full of flavor. So a little bit more Worcestershire sauce, hot sauce. We're good on the whiskey in there, I believe. Good on the cayenne powder. I think this should even it out. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That's looking more even across the board. Alright, so you're making one of these patties. You're going to go the traditional Meat Mountain way. I'm going to show you what we used to do really quick for fun. I'm probably not going to make it this big. Sometimes it was even bigger than this that we would do. Especially back in Florida when we had all the family and friends around. That was actually, it's still a little bit smaller than normal Meat Mountain, but we don't do them that big anymore. Unless we have a lot of people together. We just got the kids here, me and the wife, and then one of my son's friends spending the night. So, we're going to do them about there, about that thick. Come out about an inch thick. Yeah, I would say that's probably close to an inch this time. And that one's mine, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Alright. Alright. Probably going to be able to make 3 more burgers after this one, I think. Let's make them a little bit smaller. The kids I'll make a little smaller. So if you look with the Italian sausage and then the beef and the egg and the cheese and then actually the whiskey helps it stick together really well too. So everything holds together really well. Alright, these ones are going to be a little bit smaller. Now, another thing for 2021 is going to be buying a smoker. So, for now I think I'm going to buy one of these smokers I saw at Lowe's that will allow me to plug it in outside. But I tell you what, when we get the house we want, I've been patiently searching. It's probably be a little while before we actually buy a house, but I think we're going to look to rent a place that's going to work out. Well, I can't say that till we're actually in it, so we'll see. But yeah, we're on the lookout. And if I get something like that, that's somewhere where I want to have a big enough garage and area, oh yeah, then the grill setup will be amazing. But here we go. So, yep, I made 3 more out of here. After that one I said. Get all that blue cheese. So to me, that's like a normal sized burger. Right there. You can smush it down a little bit. So that's going to be more of the kids. They might split it in half. But, alright, I'm going to wash my hands, guys. Alright, so I'm going to clean this stuff up here and get moved outside and get bundled up because it's like 30 something degrees, and yes, I'm crazy and be grilling, and bring you guys with me. Alright guys, I'm back out here. You can see my breath. So wife's running up there to get the bigger jacket and my gloves and yeah, my hat, so I'm going to put that was in my hoodie. So I'm down here, and so just got a charbroil grill with the 4 burners and the side burner over here for, you know, hot. So nothing too fancy. You don't need anything really fancy for this. Got temperature on there. What you want to get is the temperature up to about 450, 500. It might be a little hard for me to do in this really cold weather right now. And then you want to get, what I use is the Western Hickory smoked wood right there. So I'm almost out of it. I gotta buy some more, but you can use apple, cherry, you know, whatever you want to use. So yeah, do that. I don't have a smoker, so I have to throw it in this. I gotta put that little flame out here in a minute. I gotta throw it in this little tin can here. And normally, I would get that a little soaked wet. It does do better if you soak the wood chips first and put them in. but it's just so damn cold out here I didn't get to it. So I'm going to just actually soak them a little bit in a little bit of beer. After they kind of get going a little bit, I'm going to soak them and then let them re-go again. So possibly, or maybe not even, because it's so damn cold. But yeah, so you just want to do that, and you're gonna want it to get up to temperature of about, like I said, 450, 500, even if you get to 400, and just, you know, depending how cold it is outside if you're out there. And then you're gonna want to turn at least 2 burners off, and you're gonna want to have them cook on that side. First, I would say sear them, get them a little hot, and let them sear. And then you're gonna want to turn those 2 burners off. Let the other 2 burners run hot. Maybe turn one down depending how hot your grill gets. And you're going to want to slow cook them. And at that point, you're only going to want to flip them once. And when I say slow cook them, you're going to want to slow cook them for about possibly 30 minutes to an hour, depending on your grill. And enjoy yourself there. Get a couple beers or whatever you do and just enjoy yourself. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to come in and get some more film of these burgers sitting on there. But I'll be right back with it. All right, so see the temperature's up there, almost 450. That's all I'm going to get with it this cold. Kind of letting them sear a little bit on there. And then I'm going to flip them. And then I'm going to turn that heat down and let them slowly just baste in their juices. So my cat joined the grilling. What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up, Frey? Yeah, what's up? All right, so it's freezing cold. Like, literally, even with my leather gloves on, I am freezing. So we're slow cooking them as best we can right now while it's cold. Take a look at that. Nice grill marks, turning out all right. Not too bad. So stay tuned for the final product. Guys, there they are. Nice and juicy. And you see smoke's rolling. They're almost done. It's freezing out here. Snow's starting to fall. So I'm going to get inside and we will have the finished product. All right, guys. Sitting down because it's freezing. Normally, I'd probably make this video a little bit longer with some stuff, but this is the finished product. Just threw some cheese on it, some mayonnaise, and these come out delicious. If you get a chance, make these. So soft, so good. When you slow cook them, delicious. Hope you guys like this recipe.